Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got a backhoe rented. Unfortunately, the first part of the day working, I was not able to film. I was really just focused on trying to understand how to use the machine. So the first video that you're seeing that I took was of me after I had popped the one stump that was kind of in the way for our well truck to turn around. So you'll get to kind of see all the rest of the work I did through the rest of the day from here on. So we're really excited. We got a lot done and we're definitely looking forward to getting the well driller out.
Well, as you can see, I have removed the big poplar stump. So now we have a lot bigger of a turnaround on the build site. That is where it used to be. Got it all nice and graded out. And my next job is my brother-in-law, Georgie, came out, had to try out the old backhoe himself, got himself a stump out. So I gotta clean that all up, clean these logs up, take the rest of this out, and this is where the well is gonna go, right in here. So I'm gonna try this time to kind of come in and backhoe, use the hoe and kind of grade this out so the truck will be able to back in there and come up here and start drilling. So I'll try to get some video for you.
There's definitely a learning curve when you first start out using this machine after never using it before. I will say as the day went on, I did get a little better. I'm definitely a novice at best, but I most certainly enjoyed using the machine. It made this job go by. It made it in a day. If it was all by hand, I don't know how long it would have taken. So I was very thankful and blessed to have been able to have the opportunity to use the machine, and I will most certainly be working with Locust Point Rentals again. I'll make sure to leave a link to their website. If you're in the northeastern Maryland, lower Pennsylvania area, they're a great company to work with when it comes to renting all types of equipment. The main objective that you're seeing me do here is I have to grade down this hillside so the truck will be so it can be as level as possible and not have to jack up so high. He does have the capability of jacking up his truck several feet, but the lower the better. And his biggest preference was make it as flat and level as possible. So that's what I did. I just pretty much used the excavator side of the backhoe and tried my best to dig out. His truck's about 8 feet wide, so the entrance I made is about 9 feet, and then his workspace, I made it a little bigger, so he'll be able to work around the drilling rig. So I thought I did a good job, and I think it'll work well for him. One familiar part of the machine I was, fairly good at was the front loader bucket. It was on my Uncle Tony's farm, where close to where I grew up. We would go out there all the time, and he would always let me try all the different equipment. And two of the pieces of equipment, he had a real nice payloader And then he had a John Deere tractor, both with obviously a front end loader. So that was definitely came in handy today when I was using it a lot. So I just wanted to give a shout out to him for teaching me some of the tips and tricks of grading with it and how to scoop up material and things like that. So definitely came in handy today. I'm definitely happy that I waited to do this part of the job, digging into the hillside, in the afternoon after I got a little more accustomed to the machine. I tried in the morning and it didn't go well at all, so I tried to kind of put my efforts to the stump. It was a little more straightforward, and then I was able to come back, and after I got a little more skill with the excavator side, I was able to do the job that I wanted to do on the hillside. I don't have all the footage for this part of the job, and it eventually will cut to the end, but it was definitely a long job. It was tough, but I enjoyed it and I learned a lot from it, and I definitely look forward to using more equipment in the future.
Alright guys, that's one successful day at work with the old Cat 420F backhoe. Like I said, today was all surrounded about getting ready for the well. As you can see, there's a, I'll show you. Well driller came out, told me kind of what he wanted, what he's going to need, so that's where we decided the well's going to be. Pretty much he needed a 15-foot wide workspace, which is what it's about 17 feet crossed, and as level as it could be with the turnaround. So what I did was, when we drive through here, big trucks, what they end up doing is they kind of come down into our build site, and then they back up in here, and that's how they get up back our lane. So he's pretty much, his plan of action is he's going to come down our lane, he's going to drive down into our build site, get himself situated, back up into our turnaround, and then pull in to the spot. That's about as deep as I could go comfortably with my experience. And what he'll do is he'll cap it high, and then I'll just backfill around it at a later date, so there's not just this crater out of the side of my hill. And so then we will have the wellhead. We're shooting, he said, for around that green post. He says it should be enough, so hopefully everything will work out. And it's a lot of fun. I've never ran a backhoe before, and it was definitely a blast, definitely a learning curve. It took me probably most of the morning to learn, and it took me several hours to get the stump that was right here. As you can see, he's now laying over there. But after a while, it does become easier. You do kind of get accustomed to the machine, but I'm definitely impressed with it. I'm really thankful Locust Point Equipment Rentals. They're great people there. It's a great American small business. It's always good to support American small business. And we're just thankful that we were able to get this machine out today because there is a large snowstorm coming tomorrow. So hopefully in the next several weeks, we'll be able to see, well, in the next several, probably looking at the end of February into March, when the well will end up being drilled. And then we'll kind of backfill this access so it's not so obvious of a crater. And then it'll just keep on keeping on with all the brush. So got a lot more work to do, but that was definitely a lot of fun. Definitely learned a lot today, and I will look forward to using equipment in the future. Just wanted to give one more view of it so you can get a better idea. So we're cut in probably 4 feet deep down here, and then it kind of slowly grades out. There's all my kind of excess. I'll use that to backfill after the well has been installed. And then a better look, so yeah, so he'll come in here, and that's how he'll get in. He'll come down, then back up into that spot, and then he'll drive up through, and that should be plenty level. He's able to jack his truck up pretty tall to make it level, so everything should be good, and just really excited. Hopefully we'll get some more information soon on when exactly he'll be able to come out, and Lord willing the weather will hold and stay cold through February so this doesn't all turn to swampy mud. So yeah, it turned out really well.